Welcome. In front of me I have the Garmin, however you want to read this, IPIX, as it's supposed to be like an acronym. I have no idea. Anyway, this is the Gen 2 watch, and I'm just gonna go over unboxing and just like an initial setup. So anyway, let's pop it straight open. There we go. Nothing at the top here. And we get the watch. Now this is the steel version, which comes at about $900. There's also the titanium version, which comes $100 more, so basically $1,000. And I think there's also some kind of limited, I don't exactly remember how it's called, limited version, so this is most certainly not it. So there we go, there's the watch itself. And cuff it and place it down right here. Got a cable, some instructions, and that's about it in here. So I'm gonna toss that to the side. I'm gonna keep the cable right here. I believe because this is Garmin, I probably need to plug it in to actually use it. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Yep, so I'll just plug it in. I don't really quite get why you need to plug it in to actually turn it on. It's kind of wonky, but anyway. I'm gonna connect it to my computer right now. There we go. And there we go, it's now turning on without any problem. Great. So here we go. Now, a couple of key, I guess, features of this is probably the water resistant, would be the foremost. It has about 10 atmospheres, which is roughly around, 100 meters in water. So that's pretty good. We have a AMOLED display with a resolution of 455 by 455. Now I'm pretty sure that's not exactly the resolution of it, considering this is a circle and 455 by 455 makes it a square, so probably in terms of pixels per inch it would have been way smaller, considering we're missing the corners here. Okay, so it looks like we are having a setup right now. Unfortunately, there is no kind of crown to navigate through this, so that's a little bit of a shame. Pair with phone, let's select no. Distance, kilometers, time frame, 12 hours, day, month, year. Yep, that seems logical. Gender, male. Birth year. Okay, that's basically how it goes, and there we go. Height. Just kind of weird. Guess that's in centimeters, but I'm guessing. Wait, whatever. To my left, oh, it would be normally. Bedtime. Mama didn't raise no bit. There we go. Actually, AM, there we go. Wake time. Enable do not disturb mode during sleep. Heck yeah. Set up or set time. Use GPS. Yes. Now this might not necessarily work correctly right now because I am indoors and like, yep, there we go. So like I figured it probably wouldn't work because I'm indoors and also in a basement. So yeah. Oh, come on, are you... Okay, you know what? Just gonna skip through this and there we go. We are finally done with the setup. Now, once you can actually see the screen, you can probably gather that this is not Wear OS. I honestly couldn't find any information what is this running on, so that's kind of annoying. Now, in terms of battery life, it supposedly is fairly good in here. The advertised times are just depending on which one you use. If you use it for like constant, that is constantly on, it's about 6 days apparently, which for a smartwatch with the GPS connectivities and stuff like that, and basically having a screen always on, 6 days actually seems to be outstanding. So this would be better than almost any kind of competition here. That's why I kind of doubt that it is 6 days. Now, if you're planning to, as an example, have it on the battery saving mode, it will go up to like 21 days. So again, that seems to be equivalent to something like a Xiaomi Mi Band, which does have an outstanding battery life, and also it's more of a fitness tracker rather than a smartwatch. So again, if this has the advertised battery life, that would be like one of the better ones. Though, as you can see, the performance of this isn't necessarily like anything mind-blowing. This comes with about, I think, 16 gigs of built-in storage. I couldn't find info about the RAM. Let me see. Yeah, I can't find anything about the RAM. So I can't really say anything. I know that there is 2 versions also of this. So this one is the, well, I guess let's call it standard, with 16 gigs of storage. There is also some kind of like other one which has a 64 gigs of storage, and yeah, or 16, I think it was 32, my bad. So there's a couple versions of this, a couple prices, obviously because of the storages and I guess build quality that you pick. This is, well, the cheapest one. So anyway, that is basically it. I didn't go through connecting it to my phone. I also won't be able to showcase the GPS and all that majority of the functionalities of this watch, just because, to be honest, I am in a basement and the GPS won't be really catching here. So yeah, it's basically a watch at the moment, considering it can't connect to anything. Now, anyway, in terms of the build quality, it seems fairly solid. It is way chunkier than what my tiny little petite wrist would actually fit, so I'm not even gonna attempt to put this on my wrist because it would look like a clock from a wall rather than a watch. And yeah, we do have a weird mounting system for these little straps. As you can see, it basically has this little latch, if it can focus. Hello, there we go. And as you can see, you just kind of pull it down. If I can, it can focus. Hello, camera. For the love of God, right here. So, as you can see, it has these tiny little teeth right here and here. And yeah, that's basically gripping the little bar right here. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't know how rigid this will be, and also in terms of having different watch straps. It looks like you can take this off, so we can just pop in any kind of watch strap if you don't want to use these silicone-based ones. So yeah, that should be fairly nice. Anyway, there's not much more to say about this. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.